Okay, so let's talk about Facebook. I'm going to call this Facebook best practices because I think there are a few things that I'm even learning as of recently that you should and should not do when it comes to Facebook tips for posting. And we've got the founder of Paired Up here, Kaylee Pear, and Valerie Johnson as well with me to talk about Facebook tips. Hi, ladies.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so let's just kick it off with the algorithm, the dreaded algorithm,
Hmm.
the algorithm that is always changing.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
funny because, when I'm talking, when I work with clients, I like to educate them along the way. So like kind of like we do with these, I want to describe why we're doing something the way that we're doing it, what we're doing and why we're doing, basically everything. So I use the word algorithm all the time. And I'm like, we have to beat the algorithm. We have to beat the algorithm. And these are the ways you can do that. And so I know that a lot of people's heads kind of go, I don't really need to or care about any of that, right? And so basically the reason I use that word all the time is because using the algorithm to your advantage, and we've said this in multiple videos, I'm pretty sure that I bring this up in every single video, but using the algorithm to your advantage is the best and most beneficial way to get new followers, have more engagement, and get new customers organically without spending a dime. So that's really why you should be using the algorithm to the best of your abilities. Now, the algorithm changes, so you have to stay up with that information. So in regards to Facebook, if we just talk about Facebook in this video, what you're wanting to do with the algorithm is making sure that you're doing what Facebook wants you to do. So if you're posting to Instagram and it's automatically going to Facebook, you already are going against where that post come from. Facebook knows that it didn't come from Facebook, and that's going to hurt you in the long run. So if you're using the Beta Business Suite, that doesn't mean you have to create brand new content all the time. It just means that you need to do two separate posts and make sure best practice for our company is to do it about an hour or 45 minutes apart from each other. So if you're posting to Instagram and Facebook in the Meta Business Suite and you're scheduling it, if you're scheduling it for 6 p.m. on Facebook, schedule it for 5 p.m. on Instagram. Kind of just to keep it apart from it, but don't ever just share from one platform to the next. I know it's easy. I know it doesn't take as much time, but it's not helping you with the organic algorithm. Also, another best practice is making sure that when you're posting those, you're doing what Facebook likes. So another thing Facebook likes are Facebook Lives or video, short form video content, which we'll talk about more later in this video. But you want to play with that. You also, just like in our Instagram video, if you watch that, and if you haven't, you can go look at that video on our YouTube channel. And you can also go on our LinkedIn as well as Facebook. All of this information is there as well. But the same thing, optimal times of when it's posted. Facebook is more of a timeless factor. So it's always going to be there. But the time you post it when your followers are on, again, that initial the initial comments, all of that will help it later on. So you want to make sure that you're doing that right. And then, you want to think about your posts and what you're saying in them, what call to action you have, and how much engagement that you get out of it will help boost the algorithm as well. Again, we want you to get free stuff.
Yeah.
Would you like to piggyback on that?
Yeah. Also, just keep in mind, like, whenever you're on social media, you're going to a platform, say it's Instagram, you're on it, and then you shut off your phone, and then you get on back on your phone, and you're probably going to Facebook. So you don't want to see the same thing over and over again. And that's why making sure that you schedule out your posts an hour in between. If you have 5 platforms and you're going from YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and then Pinterest, make sure you space those out and you're not posting those all at the same time, like Kaylee said.
It's great.
All right, let's talk about posting best practices. I know we've already kind of touched on this, but we're going to go a little bit more in depth. And really, a lot of these things, I'll be honest, the hashtags, I really wasn't aware that you really shouldn't do that many. I knew you didn't need to do 30 like with Instagram, but why is that? Why is there mixed feelings on hashtags?
Because Facebook is more of that, like, you're friends with your family, you post your photos of you went on vacation, it's more of I am looking at photos and I'm looking at videos more so than like the discovery mode you're in when you go to Instagram or TikTok or some of those other platforms. So yes, you're in discovery mode, but like it's a little bit different. So hashtag, I've never hit a hashtag on Facebook to go find more people, like just never done it. And I think because there are so many people on Facebook and the feed is set up a little bit different, that you really don't need that as long as you're posting consistently and the algorithm knows who you are trying to attract. That kind of does that job for you. So that kind of goes with posting frequency. Like you can put a few hashtags on there, but really posting frequency is going to be more important than that. Valerie, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree. Just also like looking at your analytics and seeing what time that you're supposed to be posting, that's going to help you more so than using the hashtags in the long run.
Yeah. So with keeping your captions, I think with captions, I like to mix it up. So again, there's no like, hey, follow this list and this list is going to get you the success. Shorter text descriptions are going to be good, but you also want to make sure that you, especially with businesses and educating, you want to be the expert in the field. You want people to come to your page and learn something. So if making shorter descriptions doesn't work with one post, then make it a little bit longer, but try to keep it as short as possible. No one's going to come on there and read 3 paragraphs. You want to keep it real short, but at the same time, you want to make sure that you're getting the point across and somebody understands what you're trying to accomplish with that post.
Okay. And would that including links and things like that as well?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So with the engagement process here, I mean, part of that would be including links because you're getting people to click to get them to your website, that sort of a thing, or a page that you want them to go to, right? Maybe a shop.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some other things you can do as well as far as engagement goes.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm going to let Valerie kind of take this one for a second, but commenting and keeping your comments up, it doesn't just look good. It also helps you with Facebook's algorithm and getting more boost.
Yeah. And I think just make sure whenever you're commenting, don't just like the comment or just give it a heart. I think also like interacting with your customer and showing that your brand is personable and you're here to interact with them and answer any questions is really going to just spark that interest in their heart. And that's going to make them go to your landing page, which is your website.
It's really important. So one of the things that we talk about with new clients that come on is they don't want us to comment on negative comments, or they want us to delete them. First of all, never delete a comment. It's really bad for you. You can hide comments that are, or you can report comments that are bad. There are those that fall into that category where you can report them. But if there's a negative comment, there's a way that you can kind of respond that could turn that person into a life customer. So you don't want to, get mad and then not respond and just let it go. No, you want to figure out a way to respond to that person. You don't necessarily need to give them a platform to argue with you, but maybe, try to find a way to find common ground. And I will tell you that when we do this with our clients, it takes one comment and they're like, oh yeah, when we loved this other thing, blah, blah, blah. So it does work. And so make sure you respond to all comments, unless, again, there are those unique ones that need to be reported and you do not engage.
Yeah.
And you'll know what those are, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also the DMs. So, you want to set up, if you're a business, a few just automatic responses that maybe have like frequently asked questions, like where do you ship to? And, how do I get this order returned or something like that. You want to have maybe 2 or 3 of those that automatically, and you can set that up through Facebook's Meta Business Suite and have that chat turned on, but make sure you're looking at those and you're responding. So again, we do that for companies that we work with. And if it's something we can't answer on behalf of them, we send them the question and then they give us the answer. So if you want us to handle your social media for your business, you can go to pairedupsocial.com and we can do that for you. But that's something that you're going to want to keep up with for sure. And if you send us a message and you can contact us on the website, we can also kind of give you some tools to be able to help with that as well. So that's a really important part. I mean, it's customer service 101.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add, Valerie, before we head out?
I think that's it. I think we
Okay.
nailed it.
Okay, and I popped that information up there too one more time. If you do want to get a hold of Kaylee, and you can go to pairedupsocial.com if you need help managing Facebook, Instagram, I would say all of the accounts.
All the platforms.
All the platforms. Okay, ladies, I'll see you on